All right, I think we are live. Welcome everybody to week 3 of Reskill Americans. And I'm Mike Koss, and I'm a board member at Reskill Americans. And Juwon, why don't you introduce yourself again?
Hi, I'm Director of Program Management at Reskill Americans, and I've been speaking to a lot of you via our help desk and Slack. And never, don't, anytime you need anything, always feel free to reach out to me. And it's a pleasure to be here today.
And Shay.
Uh, Hi everyone. It's good to see you all again. To be here again. My name is Seyi, and I'm coordinating the tutors, and it's been very fun being with you guys. And hopefully, we are able to clarify a few things and answer some questions today. Thank you.
Great. Yeah. Today, we will usually have a guest speaker on these town halls, but today we didn't have one scheduled, and so I think it's a really good time after entering into our third week here of the program to take a step back, think about how we're delivering the program, and get a lot more feedback from the participants today as well. So I would say that we appreciate the patience that a lot of people have had with some kind of bumps in the road, and especially with the LMS system that we set up was kind of a late change, the way that this program is normally delivered. So I just want to make sure that everyone's on the same page. And one thing that one of our participants suggested, or a couple of people have suggested, is just to have like a single place you can go. Well, here's the thing: like Slack has been, I think, a great way to kind of have community, and all the participants can interact with each other. And I've seen so many of those of the students we have or participants we have that have some experience in the past have been super helpful with answering questions of other students as well. So I super appreciate that. And so I think Slack is a great way that people can kind of connect together, and the forming those regional study groups that we have there, et cetera. But I feel like some people who have a busy schedule and they're needing to drop into like, okay, I've got 2 or 3 hours to study. What should I be doing right now? I feel like I think the main message we're giving people is like they should go to the LMS. If they go to the LMS at reskillamerican.us, that's going to show like all the courses and which ones they have to work on, right, Shay?
Yes. So, of course, there are still a few things we need to fix concerning the LMS, and we are improving on it as we go along. But usually, when you get to the LMS, you should be able to see every course you are supposed to take. And also, I'll be announcing them on the Slack channel so that there is no confusion anywhere. And if possible, we might start sending some emails so that even if you don't see it on Slack or are not able to get it on the LMS, you get it in your email.
That'd be great. Yes, we had, because I think the schedule is going to be Saturday, kind of Saturday to Saturday. You're going to drop new content on Saturday, basically, and then kind of explain all the things that people can see that's what they're due for the next week. Is that right?
Yes. So for the most part, it's supposed to be Saturday. Every Saturday, we drop all the content and give you instructions on what you're supposed to do for the entire week. But because of some changes we are going through, we've not been able to do that. We only drop some of the content on Saturdays. So we are hoping that next Saturday we'll be able to drop every content for the entire week that Saturday. But that's the plan, that we drop content on Saturday. You get up to Friday, the next Friday, to complete it, and then you get a new set of content the following Saturday.
Okay. So I did make one thing that I think people would help people. We got the suggestion that maybe when the instructors do drop new content, or they have a stat, like what is the current status of like whichever track is on, like if new courses are being dropped, just to have a little text update. So I've created a GitHub repository just for kind of program documentation. And I sent that out in the announce channel, or I did it in the town hall Q&A. So that's something that I'm going to start editing, and try to capture, what's going on with the class, and maybe if the instructors, when they do change things or if they have problems, they could maybe just update a status on that. So that'd be like one place to go instead of something getting lost in a thread on Slack.
Yeah, and we can also add announcements on the LMS, something that will always be there, saying if you need information, you can go to the GitHub repository and see it there.
Yeah. So I think the answer for most people is like, just go to the LMS and you should be able to see everything you need right there. But sometimes it's not enough context, I guess. And so we're going to add this other place to go as an option for people to look to get some more information. So that's good. What else is going on? So that covers Slack, the LMS. Oh, I just kind of have questions about the procedures of new courses and stuff like that. So I've enrolled as a student in a couple of the courses myself, just to kind of get the experience of what our participants are seeing. And will courses, like when you have something that's a course, will it be extended? Like, will I click on the same course the next week, or do you start a brand new course every week? Like, will there be some courses that last more than 1 week, or is every course designed to be just active for 1 week and then completed at the end of the week?
Okay, so the plan is for each course to last for 1 week.
Okay.
But for example, the last HTML assignment took longer time for a lot of people to submit.
Okay.
So of course, we have to give them some time to before we release the
okay. So they stay around, and then you can always go back and I know we have some leeway. You can submit assignments up to a week after their actual due date. So that allows people to catch up if they do have a snag from 1 week to the next. So, yes. Okay, but then everyone should expect on their track, then if they complete everything, if everything's kind of going smoothly, I guess they would complete everything, and then they would get graded over the weekend, and then so all those should be marked as complete or by the beginning of the next week, and then they would have one or more new courses in their track to work on that week.
Yes, that's the structure. That's the plan.
Okay. All right, good. That's good to clarify that for me. So, well, I set up, Juwon, did you have anything to add, or I was just going to go look at the Slack channel for questions.
Your mic is off, Juwon.
Yeah, I think that covers it for me as well.
All right. Well, let's cover a couple of these questions on the town hall today. And so if you are on Slack and you go to the channel called Town Hall Questions, that's what I'm looking at right now. And then also in a few minutes, I'll be posting the Zoom link on in the YouTube chat, and inviting participants to ask some live questions. But let's do some that are in the that are posted on Slack now. So yeah, so this suggestion from Doug and Taylor that yeah, people are just having a hard time like knowing what the assignments are. I think something just more clear. It was just maybe it's just a little confusing. Maybe part of that's just like we've dropped some things a little bit in the middle of the week or things like that. But just knowing what the expectation is, what do we expect them to do by the end of the week, having a place where they can do that, know that.
And then Seyi, quick one. Do the courses disappear? Like, so if we had a course in week 1, or they'll always be there?
Yeah, it will be there, except we take it out.
Okay, because somebody was asking that she needed the HTML and CSS to stay open until she can get the assignment done.
Yeah, I mean, for now, it's going to remain open, but at a point, we'll start taking some courses out so that we can push people to move ahead. Because, I mean, if we leave it there, then everybody becomes relaxed and say, I'll do it next month. So
Yeah, I mean, like if you look at the LMS here, let's see. So let's see, is this? I don't know why it's showing. Anyway, if you look at the LMS, I don't know if Seyi, you can, is your mic, if your mic, you mute your mic, it's not going over to me for some reason. I don't know. I was trying to show my screen. I was trying to show my screen.
Okay, do you want me to share mine?
No, I was just going to use this speaker view, but oh, you know what? I think it's showing. Is it showing for you full? You see my screen full? I think I'm just not seeing it because I'm the speaker. So, okay, I get it. Okay. So yeah, if you look at the LMS, yeah, everyone will see, something that looks like this. And there's a little toggle here too, where you can look at, kind of see them, without the big icons and just kind of see what is. I'm enrolled in 2 classes here, so that's why there's more things than you might see on your board. But yeah, if people go to completed courses up here, this link, then they'll see what they have finished and what is completed, and then these are the things that are not yet finished. So yeah, the LMS should be a really good place for you to go to kind of figure out what that, what to do next. So, okay, what else is going on? Yeah, some people want to just kind of a list of things that, diagram of things that, tools that they need to use. That's going to be covered in this document too. So I'm trying to, I'm putting together this document that is really kind of an overview of everything that, we've been telling people throughout the time, but it's kind of scattered in multiple places and on Slack and things like that. So this has all the information about where do you go for information, what our YouTube channel is, where the LMS is, kind of generally where we are in the calendar. And then I thought we would have separate pages for each of the tracks, so that people will know like which tools they should be using. And I'll be fleshing this out over this week. So hopefully that this will become a useful resource for people. Okay, so someone asked about, can we have small interactive programming drills and exercises to help with, for example, vocabulary and syntax? How do we do that? Who do we contact about extended delay in getting quiz grade so they can move on? So I guess on people finish part of their course, that they can't move on, and so that's one issue, is that like some people would like things to be I guess not locked from them or something when they kind of finish and waiting for an instructor to grade something. Is that only happening at the end of the week, the grading?
No, we try to grade as fast as we can.
Yeah.
We also have to return some submissions because of issues. But again, we've improved on that. I don't know if this is a new comment or old one. It has really improved, and we try as much as possible to grade faster. And it will even improve next week when more people join the team. So we have more hands to grade faster and get things done faster and provide more attention per individual. For now, we have to shuffle amidst ourselves. And it's, because we have limited hands and we have a lot of people to attend to.
Yeah.
But it will improve coming next week.
Okay. Yeah, so what about interactive programming drills and exercises?
Okay, that sounds a little bit like the project phase. Currently, we are just supposed to introduce the basic concepts, ask you to work on minor assignments, and also set up individual calls, which we have been doing to help you understand things a little better. But when it comes to building projects or programming drills or checking your code and specifically looking through what you are doing, that sounds a little bit like the project phase. I don't know if that's what the person is talking about.
Yeah, I think maybe, well, I saw something in the HTML, CSS course. I mean, we did send people off to a website that had individual drills on that, so that there was a box at the bottom where people would fill in code, and then it would say whether they got it right, and then they'd move on to the next page. So that was something that we did give out in that course.
Yeah, and which we have started doing now, using our own LMS. So no more sending you outside of the LMS. Everything you need will be in the LMS now, including quizzes after the class, or just Q&A asking you how you feel about the course or something like that. So yeah, we've started doing that now. The new courses have some questions attached to them, asking them if this was helpful, if you need help understanding it better.
Yeah.
But I mean, project phase will be more intense, which we would spend more time with you. You would be building something useful, something you can use yourself. So I think that we should just, right now, just try to introduce as many people as possible to the concept, help them to understand it, so that when it's time to start building things, they can apply the things they've learned.
Yeah. I mean, people are learning now about GitHub, Visual Studio Code, getting those things installed. Those are good to be using, and to learn how to use the live server in Visual Studio Code so you can see the output. I know one of the assignments was to write some HTML, CSS to make a copy the Google homepage or something. Yeah, so getting familiar. I would say a big portion of this course is all about getting introduced to the tools of software development and getting familiar with how to use those tools. So GitHub and Visual Studio Code is something that you should start. I know it's going to be confusing at first, but it's something that you're going to be living in those environments as a software developer.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think we're just kind of getting started. And I just installed like Android Studio for the mobile development and things like that. So people haven't really written code yet in those. And that's all coming up. But that's, there's a lot. You will be doing a lot of stuff even before the project phase of like using those tools and doing drills. Okay, let's go to the next question. Office hours. Someone's asking about having some interactive office hours where they can share their screen and get help.
Okay, so I mean, I'm kind of new to the term office hours. Is that like stand up?
It's like a one-on-one. Office hours is kind of like, I know when I was at university, professors would have office hours. So they would just post like, okay, I'm going to be in my office Monday from 2 to 4. Anyone wants to drop in if you have a question, I'll be in my office. You can come ask for help. So I think what people are saying is, can we schedule some time where mentors or TAs or instructors could be available, maybe like on a Zoom call, so people could just pop in and say, hey, could you look at my screen? Or can people get help where instructors can actually share a screen with them so that they can work out what kind of problems they might be having?
Yeah, we've been doing that. It's not like a regular period of the day that we say we're available to see your screen at this time.
Okay.
But we've been having one-on-one with people. For that office hour program, I think, we were planning on doing that, but for a group of people, those who have trouble understanding.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, like even just saying like, if you
command prompts or terminal, what is terminal? Those kind of questions are what we are thinking of responding to during that period. I don't know if that works. I think
that sounds good. Yeah, I mean, I think anything that would help people who are blocked, I think, on setting up a time where they can be able to come onto a Zoom call and maybe get some help would be probably good.
Yeah, we would definitely do that. We have plans on doing that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and I'm kind of acting as a volunteer mentor myself. I'm not an instructor in this course, but I've been pitching in, and obviously I'm an experienced developer, but I may do some office hours too. So I'll post those and see what kind of questions.
We actually have some feedback in the chat from Linda. She said Sandy and Sydney have been holding office hours, and they even respond to after midnight.
Oh, they are. Okay.
So,
yeah.
So shout out to them.
Yeah, because that's right, Shay. You shared some names of people for certain tracks to ask, who to ask questions of, and who to direct message about questions, right?
Yeah, that didn't really work. People just go to whoever is available. So it's fine. I think they can go to anyone. That person will direct you to the right person if they're not the right person. So I decided not to repost that message because it might be a little confusing to say, okay, just contact this person for this question. So I think it's okay. Just go to anyone that's available and they will get answers for you, or send it to somebody that has the answers.
So if you are blocked, where should you go? Should you go to the like mentor help channel, or should you go to your track channel to ask for help, or someplace else?
Okay, so all of those work. You can also send direct messages to us, and we'll respond to them. We've been responding to a lot of people feel more comfortable sending a direct message rather than posting in the channel.
Sure. Yeah.
So I think any method that works for you is fine, except for there seems to be a glitch on the LMS messaging thing.
Oh.
When you try to send to somebody, it sends to almost everybody. So that was a problem at some point. So it might not be the best place to get answers from us. So just come on Slack, send us a message, either in the channel or private message, or send to me. Even if I can't answer you directly, I'll call somebody to reach out to you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, if the question might help your fellow students, it might be a good idea to post it on the track channel so other people can see that, oh yeah, other people are having the same problem I'm having. And we can answer it in one time instead of having everybody get an individual answer. Okay. Let's see, any more? Let's see. Yeah, I think we talked about, someone asked if we can have a Zoom class or video lessons or materials once a week. Zoom study halls. It's a similar question, I guess, where students can share their screens. Will there be more? I know the first week we had a lot of live lectures from the instructors, and then the second week it was more, there were maybe a couple live lectures, I think a couple that happened the second week, but it wasn't as many. Is that right? And what's the plan going forward for our instructors to do any live lectures?
Yeah, so we would be avoiding live lectures. We just have live classes to answer questions and show you how to solve problems. But moving forward, it will just be we upload content and you watch it. And then the classes, the live sessions will just be to answer questions.
Oh, okay. Oh, so
yes,
there is a live, so it's a live like YouTube stream.
Yes.
And then answering questions on the YouTube chat. Is that the way that works? Okay.
That's the plan. That's
okay. So by a class though, it's really just for Q&A about the current material that's being posted.
Yeah, because we understand that at some point people will have problem with it. So we just make ourselves available to answer those questions.
Okay. And those get posted in the track when those are happening? Yes.
I mean, it will have started happening now, but we had a lot to deal with this week. So it might be next week before we start that.
Okay. All right. And then this document I'm creating, I'll also be doing, I'll add those, any schedules we have in there too. So that'll be one place you can see it. Let's see. I'm not sure I answered the questions about that one, yeah.
I think Desborn had a question.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So I guess it was asking, he said he has a question pertaining to the tracks. Is it possible to be graded and seen as a student for one track? However, I have access to the other courses in an audit-like setting that allows for us to see the content without having it impact our participation within the program.
So, I mean, that means you will not be doing the assignments and you might not be able to see everything because most of the time you have to finish a session, finish the assignment from that session before you can see the rest. So even if we make the course available and you can't do the assignment, you still can't see the full content. I guess you can watch YouTube videos that we publish since you are subscribed to the channel. But I mean, I can't promise that you'll be able to have access to those courses on the LMS because at some point we have to limit you to select just one track. I know there are some people who can handle multiple tracks, but it usually our kind of a rule that you only select one track per cohort.
Yeah, it's a lot of work going on. So I guess auditing the track is harder. What I will do, that document I created, if there are like third-party videos that are, kind of that we're using to publish stuff that it's being talked about in the other tracks, I can put links in that GitHub repository just to those public videos that we're sharing, and kind of incorporate any of the kind of video material that we're sending out on each of the tracks if people want to just see what they're talking about. Okay. Yeah, there was a question about terminal. I'm not sure I understand that one. That every place to get assignments should be the LMS. The reskillamerican.us is the place to go to know what your assignment is. I think that was just maybe not a question for us about now, maybe just getting set up with their terminal. When I try to sign up for track front end, I get an inactive account notification. I believe that happens when you haven't confirmed your email address with the reskillamerican.us. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. If you didn't get the email, you can also reach out to me. I can manually activate your account for you. Okay,
so Shay, and Shay's handle on Slack is XYLUZ. Yeah, if you have a problem with not being able to log into the LMS, he can fix that for you. But usually look in your spam folder for confirmation email of your email address once you sign in, and you need to click on that before you become an active student in the LMS.
I think Sheila also has a question around if she reaches out to a particular.
Yeah, why don't you take some questions, and I'm going to go grab a Zoom link to invite people to ask live questions. But why don't you do a couple?
Okay, great. So I think Sheila was asking something around if she messaged a particular mentor instructor and she doesn't get a response, can she then maybe speak to somebody else?
Yeah, usually I'm available. If you don't get a response, you can send me a message or reach out to any other person who's available. That's the disadvantage of sending a direct message to a person, because then others can't see it to help you out. So if it's a channel now, then any other mentor could just jump on the thread and help you out with the question, or give you answer to the question. So if you are more comfortable sending a direct message, you can always send me a message, and I would ask whoever is supposed to reach out to you to get across to you.
Okay, great. Lilani
they wanted me to keep posting videos, how-to videos. So if you have any topics that are just not covered by instructors and something that I can do in a half an hour, I'd be happy to do that. So yeah, let me know if you have any other ideas of things you want to see.
Okay, yeah, well, I guess that really ties into the next question that Lilani asked. She was like, can we have a Zoom class or video lessons or materials once a week? Can there be Zoom study halls where teachers and students can share it? Okay,
yeah, I think I read that one.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's the same one.
Yeah. So for those of you joining us now on Zoom, why don't you post something in Zoom chat? So if there's a lot of people showing up here, that'd be a way for us to kind of call on people to ask a question. I'm just looking at the YouTube chat now too, waiting for people to do that.
Okay, so Shay, another question, I guess, while we wait is somebody was saying would they have some explanation as to what the grading is, or would it just be a simple pass or fail?
I guess when you start working on actual code, okay, so you start working on HTML pages, the instructor should have given you feedback on, except you get 100%, and at that point, you don't back anymore. But usually you get feedback on things that you do wrong. If you've not been getting it, it's probably because those particular tasks have not really required feedback. Maybe they've been Q&As or multiple choice questions. But usually, as time goes on, you get feedback on each of your submissions.
All right, Dawn had a question. Dawn, you want to unmute yourself? You could ask it directly. You're still muted.
I was so busy typing my question, I forgot that I could ask it verbally.
I just wanted to see like what questions we might have before we call people.
I'm like 2 weeks behind because my first problem is I never got a link to start, even though I saw the first town hall meeting and I was looking all the time, but I did not log into Slack properly. I don't know what happened when I went to Slack through my daughter's, through the app for Apple or Mac. Then I was able to see the discussions.
Okay.
So now I'm a week behind. So now I'm watching videos of what happened the 16th and the 17th. And the thread is so much in the thread, I don't even know. I get overwhelmed when I look at the thread, like where everybody at, what they doing and what they talking about. So I'm just like swimming in the ocean, don't know where everybody is, don't know what to do after I watch the old video.
Yeah.
How do I see what everybody talked about? I'm just like lost. But I am understanding the videos, the YouTube videos, because I get a chance to play it over and over.
Oh, good.
Figure out, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
I'm just on the second video and I'm like, oh my God, it's like you missed the train. You can't never get it. You know what I mean?
Well, you haven't missed it. You still have time to even complete the first week's courses. I would just say if you go to the LMS, I mean, if Slack is going to be kind of noisy and there's will be a lot of questions about what's going on this week, and that's why it's good not to fall behind. But I understand that just we had some hiccups in getting everyone connected. So, you go to the reskillamerican.us, that should be your the main site that you'll be looking at. And if you're just any course that's not completed yet, if you just go through and click through all the exercises or the videos on that, you'll get to the end of that and then be completed. So and I'll try to summarize too, like what the order of the courses that are coming out
like
in
on
each channel.
Git, like on my Git, y'all sent me a Git and I see the new course on computing, right? So when they send me that, can I see what I missed and a link to how to look at something I missed? You know what I mean? And then what I need to do to catch up so I can open the new course, because the course that I can't open because I didn't complete something. I don't even know what I didn't complete.
Shay?
Yeah, I think that's a good point. We have to work on that. We might start announcing them in the announcement channel and possibly add it to the document Mike is creating. So we'll try as much as possible to make it clear what you need to cover to get to a particular course. Thank you for that.
Note that. So we'll break it out by like week, what the courses were and stuff like that. So I'll try to document it more so that when you do fall behind, it can be confusing because that courses won't show up. You're right. Until you like meet the pre-requirements, which are some of the courses are prereqs for other ones, I guess, right, Shay? Is that what's happening? Yeah. So until you complete some of those first week courses, the second week courses won't even show up for you. So but we can document like what to expect, so you know what's happening. But it's good to do them in order, of course. Okay. Well, any other questions? Let's see. Do we have dates posted for? Let's see. Danielle, did you have a question?
Hi, yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. First off, morning. I just wanted to say thank you so much for creating this program. It's been literally a life changer. And I think that all the instructors are fabulous and so sweet and so nice. But I did have two questions. So one of them was, I know for the assignments, we do have a week to do them, but I also think that it would be really helpful to put the actual date of when they are due, like the physical day, only because I just think that would be more helpful. And then also, I know you were saying you were making like a document for all of us, like about the summary. And I assume that would be like kind of like an FAQ. And I think that would also be really helpful because I know the Slack has so many questions and a lot of people are asking the same questions like myself. And so I think it would be really helpful if we could see those questions with, like a physical answer on like the LMS.
Yeah. I think this document will be a little bit more structured and a little less noise to read around everything. So I'll be working on that this week. So hopefully that will start to clear up things for everyone.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Danielle.
Yeah, the lady on the top of my screen, she has a hand raised.
Oh.
It just says iPad. I'm sorry.
All right. Oh yeah, that's her hand. All right, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Charlene.
Hi, Charlene.
Well, the thing is that I wasn't able to get in, and I thought that the Slack is where everything would be coming through. And it kept asking me for like a group code or the group that I'm in once I signed up. And I just got stuck right there. I didn't know what to do or, anything. But
so you haven't even been able to get into Slack, you said then?
No, I did sign up, but once I get to the part it's asking for the group code or something like that, I just got stuck.
Oh, I don't know about a group code.
I think she's speaking about the LMS.
They send that to your email, the group code, I think, to get on.
Yeah, so we have group codes for the learning management system. That's reskillamerican.us, and that lets you into a particular track, and that'll open up certain courses.
The Reskill America, I just finally got that in and signed up. But I just kept trying the Slack, keep trying it. I keep asking me for,
Slack. Yeah, Slack. I have seen problems where people were signed into Slack already, and then they get our invite code, and they can't get in.
Right.
So, like, if you log out of Slack completely and then click the link to sign in, it'll let you sign in. But right now, we took off the invite code we sent to everybody has been expired, so nobody new can join us who wasn't at the beginning. So the best way to get you hooked up is to send an email to info@reskillamericans.org, and be sure it has an S at the end, because Reskill America is not us. There's another group called Reskill America, and they are doing things to support people who are also learning, but this is not, we are not affiliated. So be sure to you have the S at the end.
So I should send you information at
info@reskillamericans.org.
Americans.org.
Yeah. And we have like a help desk software that we use to process incoming requests. So if you just say, I'm not able to log into Slack, we can send you an invite to your email address directly, and we'll get you back into Slack. But just be sure to sign out of any Slack account you might have already had before, and then click that invite link, and that should get you in.
Okay, so I have to sign up. Okay, I understand. So for the as I said, I just got through with the front page of the section where you have Reskill America. Reskillamericans.us.
I just got that LMS. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. But you need to paste a group when it probably works better on the web browser. Is the join group there on the mobile app?
Join group. This is what I have. I don't know if you could see.
I can't really see. I see like a profile picture. Oh, I see. You just have like the thing that says how to use the LMS course. So you want to get more courses on the way you get more courses on your LMS is to paste a group code, but you won't have gotten a group code until you get on Slack, because we've only distributed the group codes on Slack.
From Slack.
Okay. Yeah. So just to kind of make sure that people who are not joining our course who
because it's
properly enrolled,
restricted. Okay, so I have to get the Slack going first.
Yeah, if you send mail to info, we can also reply with the group code and everything, so you can get on there. So just tell us you don't have a group code for whichever track you want, and then also you need a new Slack invite. We'll get you set up.
Okay, not a problem. So I'll send the email.
Okay. Chris Franklin, you had a question.
Yeah. Hi everyone, how are you?
Hey Chris, good to see you again.
Hey, how are you? So I'm going to the last time we had a town hall, which was the 22nd, and I believe it was Kevin that had given a good resource for technical interviews and assessments, and I'm messaging him in Slack right now. I can't remember. I can't remember the name of the resource. It was like, it started with an A, I believe, and I do need it. My first interview with Microsoft went pretty well. So,
oh yeah, I remember you were interviewing Microsoft.
So,
yeah, that's right.
The next part is technical interviews, so I need to get ready for that. And I can't
Okay, yeah, I forget what what he said too.
I guess we could watch video.
Yeah, what? It's recorded.
Yeah,
you can.
So I was in the video. I'm in the video, but the video doesn't have comments. I don't know if it was in the comment area or.
Oh, I thought the comments get saved on those streams. Do they not? I don't.
No, I looked at the March 22nd. There's no comments.
It's not in the comment section, but there's a chat section, I thought, on the video that you can go look at all the old chats. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So is Mr. Lawton on the call? Because I think he was the one that responded. And I'm doing a search on the Slack right now for keyword technical assessments.
Okay.
Algo expert. There it is. Awesome. That's all I needed.
You got it.
Thank you, Kevin. In real time. And then the other thing was, I don't really have any blockers right now, but I assume I will just either for motivation and things like that. I live on the East Coast, so if anyone would like to do a study group at some point, I can put one together. Together everyone achieves more, they say, right? So if we're doing this together, looking at stuff.
Yeah, we have study groups set up for DC area, Boston, New York, and Florida already. So there are.
Oh, it is? How do I find those?
If you go to Slack, next to here, maybe I can. Well, if you go to where it says channels.
Yes.
And then if you hover your mouse over there, you'll see 3 little dots.
Yep.
And then click on browse channels, and that shows all the channels that you're not even subscribed to, that you're not a member of yet, and all the channels that begin with the word study hyphen groups hyphen location.
I see it. Perfect.
Yeah. And you can join any one of those that you want. They're all open to be joined. I'm sure people would be welcome. Yep. You don't have to necessarily live exactly in that area. So
all right. Yeah, I just joined the nearest my time zone, which is New York. So
awesome.
All right, thank you. My question is answered. Wish me luck. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks.
All right. Nanette.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. I have a question. I have a question and comment. I see like Slack kind of reminds me of Facebook. Like there's, it's so many people are commenting, and I understand there's different levels that people have.
Yeah.
And so they're sharing videos, and I think it's just really confusing. I primarily use the MLS. That's what I thought was our resource to go to.
That's your primary resource, the LMS. And, like you should be able to do the whole course. Other than getting the codes from the Slack thing, you don't have to go to Slack. Other than the fact that there's one channel that you should go at Slack, and that's this channel called Announcements. And over on the left.
Well, that I do, and I get alerts on my phone.
And that one only the organizers can post to that channel, so it should be a lot less noisy. And that is the place where you will get notified about new material that's coming out and things like that.
And I've been getting emails, so if I take a test, it comes through, or a new course.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've been getting emails, but I just wanted to share with everybody. I was really stuck with it. I mean, really stuck. But I just kept sending emails and emails. I think it was Jay. Someone finally answered me.
Yeah.
And what they did was they set up a Google Meet with Eni, and he actually guided me through it. I would have never been able to complete it because I really haven't used a computer since I retired, which I'm reskilling. So I know that I got to brush up on all my shortcuts. But a lot of people are like, well, I'm not getting support. I'm not. You have to self-advocate. What I found out after that session with, I guess I say Enai, I don't know his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. That if you don't self-advocate in this program and go after, I think in our first town hall, you mentioned that the more you put in, the more you'll get out.
Yep.
Like I just refuse to be beat by that get. I'm like, somebody somewhere is gonna, and I'm in the UI UX design. I chose my track.
Nice.
So
Okay.
chances are I'm not even gonna need that get, but it's a useful resource too.
Oh, you should use, I think you should understand it, because like all the people you'll be working with will also be using that. But yeah.
Well, I hope you
It's
don't send
tough.
me anything by get. I just barely got the thing installed.
Yeah,
Because I'm not really interested in coding.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Like
I think
at
if you
all.
understand the concepts of how what Git is about and how it's a source control system and it keeps track of history, those are the things you need to know. Yeah.
Conceptually, I understand.
Yeah.
But coding, I'm artsy. It's not my thing, and I'm math and numbers.
You'll be learning Figma and doing lots of stuff in Figma, so that's a great tool.
So what I wanted to ask is, we have a calendar on the MLS site, and I don't know if it's too much, but I tend to work real well with calendars and date. I think someone else just asked about having a beginning date and an end date, so you can work yourself through the program. Like I just got the course I'm working on now, and doesn't have it, introduction to cloud and computing.
Yeah.
And then I just looked today, because I go 2, 3. I found I have to check in like 2 or 3 times a day, because right now the way stuff is posted and you miss. So that came through an email to me that I had a new course.
Yeah, we're going to send out more emails too. Shay said that we're going to try to do more of the assignments will come out in email as well, just to make sure that nobody gets. And
it was posted to my LMS, but I'm wondering, who is Zuri team?
Oh, okay. So
is that part of your program?
I can explain that. The structure of like Reskill Americans is a brand new US based not-for-profit corporation, and we have contracted with Shay and his team, who works for a company called Zuri, also called HNG Tech, and they have been doing this kind of training for 4 years for students in Africa and actually worldwide, and they're actually concurrently teaching a group of 20,000 other non-American students right now as well. So they're pretty busy, but they are the expert educators that we've gone to deliver the educational component of our program. And then they've been working with us to adapt to the type of curriculum that we've asked them to do and things like that. So they're a great group to work with. And, we all have the same goal of trying to get people job ready in the software development field.
Okay, it's great. Well, I've been like over the weekend, I think they did colors and shape, and then they did negative space, but nice. I didn't know how to collaborate it. I'm like, did I go off somewhere that I'm not supposed to be? So I just kind of been picking Shay from Zuri's team, like stuff that relates to design, like just to gather more information and take notes. So I needed to clarify that. I subscribe and I get these things. I'm like, I think I'm out of Reskill Americans. So it is because you're doing
all of our instructors and paid mentors. We have some volunteer mentors as well, but like paid mentors are all coming from they're organized through the Zuri and HNG Tech.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
Well, that's all I had. I won't take up any time.
That's great. I love your spirit. Don't let it get you down, and you're gonna. But
Mike, could you really give a little more, or Juwon, can you really explain more? I think people don't understand that there is a built-in support system. Like you can't go to Slack for answers. You have to direct message, and they'll respond. Sydney, Shay, I mean,
Yeah, anyone with a butterfly after their name on Slack is a official mentor or TA, and those people are there to help you. So if you want to direct message them with a question, you can do that. Is that right, Shay?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
that's right.
So if you see that,
I'm trying to turn my mic off. Oh.
Okay, thanks. Let's see, anyone else have any other questions?
Somebody made a great suggestion around. So the way our study groups are set up is more location based, and this is for the reason of like just getting people in the same areas you have maybe similar experiences to you, so that you guys can relate on that.
And
level.
also just to get smaller groups, just so that you're not dealing with 1,000 people. So
exactly. But somebody else then suggested that though those people might be in the same geographic location as you, but since you guys might be taking different tracks, it might not really be the greatest. So they were saying that maybe we should do skill specific study groups as well, so that like people who are like taking front end together can like get together and like compare notes on
and not use the track.
Not use a track, exactly.
Because we have the track channels. You could. I mean, I think if you want to see people who are in the same track as you and send messages to them, you can use the track channel. But yeah, organizing. I don't know if you just wanted to be chatty or have talk to each other. Yeah, send me a DM or something if you want a proposal to create a study group, separate channel for that. Yeah, I could create those for you. So, all right. Any other questions? I stopped seeing. We have about 8 minutes left. I've stopped seeing any more questions coming up. On anyone on the live stream have questions?
I mean, I still like, I don't know what to do after I watch a video. What do I look for?
Well, underneath that video, you'll see a continue, like completed and continue, and then it'll take you to the next page of that video if you're on the LMS system. And then usually there'll be
like
an
I go
assignment
to
after
YouTube when I'm watching what y'all talked about or taught on YouTube. Say I finished watching that, like the introductory one.
Yep.
Okay, now I'm on the second video that was posted March 17th about, now what do? Do I find the course or what people did that I missed? Or
well, you should go to the LMS system and be inside that. You click on the course and when it's, there'll be a video in a frame on that page.
Mm-hmm.
You can click on the link that allows you to watch it off the frame page if you want, or you can just watch it right inside the LMS. You can just watch it there. Mm-hmm. But then when you're done with that video, you have to go back to the LMS page, find that page that has the video on it, and then there's a button underneath it that says continue, or you might click on resume course, and then that'll take you to the next page after that. And there could be another video or maybe a quiz or an assignment to do. And then
when do I join a group? What if I'm behind? How do I just jump in a group? Because I might not even know what they're talking about.
There's a group code in the announcements page are you in the front end track or which track?
I'm not even in any track. I'm just
so you need to get one of the codes from the announcements or so the front end track is or whatever, they all have a code.
Yeah.
And or you can message me or Shay.
Okay.
We can explicitly like add you to a group too. So
I think I need somebody to add me to a group because I'm not going to find it and do it.
Yeah, send me a DM on Slack or something.
Yeah, and I'm interested in the front track because I used to be a artist, a visual artist, and I think I could do that better.
That one or a design if you didn't want to do a programming track.
Either that or design or something. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. Any more questions?
Charlene.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yes. I would love to be added to the front end track to get started. I see that I'm now in with the Reskill American .us.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be starting my course. I just need to be added to the front track so I can make sure I'm getting the course that I need for me and not a different course.
Yeah. So yeah, you either have to. We need your email address in order to add you. So like so you don't have to give it here, but like over Slack or email to info@Reskill Americans.
Slack I still can't get into, so I'm still waiting.
Okay, yeah.
on that.
So send the email to info@Reskill Americans and say you want to be on the front end track, and then I'll add you to that.
No problem. Thank you so much.
I just need your email address for that. Yeah.
Okay.
I will.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Juwon. You found a question?
Yeah, Calandra was speaking about like the quality of the SDLC video, that it wasn't very great. So maybe
which one?
The SDLC video.
Oh, yeah. the software development lifecycle. Okay. Yeah.
We
like
about that. Okay. Yeah, we provided alternative resources. And I don't know who asked the question, but I can send it to you. It's in the channel anyway. It's in the mental help channel, I think. So I can get it to you again.
What was that?
Hello?
Oh, Shay.
Did you get my response?
Yes, I think I got it.
Okay.
Oh, you're sending him a message. Okay. You could just answer.
Oh no, I was trying to double check like if I got everything, because I think she was just talking about like the syllabus, which you already said that we would have something more detailed, and then she was also speaking on like the quality of the videos, and then she referenced the SDLC. So again, I guess
if you do have a problem with the video, and I sometimes like I don't know, the there are other resources available, and we might be able to find other videos that if you are having problems with, so we'd like the feedback of knowing like if a video is helping you, or if you're having trouble with a particular video. We'd love to have that feedback, and you can send it directly to me or Shay, and Shay's team will consider like whether there's something else that they can provide that would teach the same content.
Yeah, and then I don't know if this is finally, but Marjan was asking something about like getting one-on-one help, and I think we already covered that, but I'll just go over it one more time. Everyone with a butterfly in their names on the Slack channel are there to help out. So there are certain things that you might not be able to figure out on your own. Always feel free to reach out, either in the channels or via DM, and then we're always happy to provide support and help to help you get to the next.
Yeah, and I think Shay had a good idea that either I or one of the mentors or whatever we'll post some like topic-based office hours or something. Like we'll set up a time where you can come and get direct help. So for people who are stuck kind of early on in the course and are not sure what to do next, like we'll create another thing where you can share your screen, or we can talk you through some things. So we'll do that. We'll do some of that this week too, to try to get people caught up.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That was me that asked that question. Sorry, at the middle of your talking. Just when I get a problem at the middle of the video, like at the GitHub video, I couldn't understand some part. Is it possible to come to the Slack and ask someone help on that moment? I mean. Yep.
Yeah, if you just go in that track channel or on mentor help and just go into Slack, say, I'm watching this video, I don't understand I'm having trouble understanding it. And, you can just ask there and someone will, it might not be like within the next, few minutes, but there'll be people there throughout the day to answer those questions. And also some of your fellow students we have some great, very knowledgeable participants here who are actually sometimes I think more active than I am on Slack and answering questions who are from their fellow students, and everyone's trying to be supportive. So yeah, just go ahead and ask that on Slack if you have a question with the video, and that will probably get you a response. And if it doesn't, you can send a direct message to me or Shay or one of the other instructors.
Oh, that's amazing. I didn't know that I am allowed to do that.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the whole reason we're here, is like you could do self-learning on your own, but like we know how hard that is. So that's why we're all here to help you out.
Thank you. Thanks for your support and your amazing team. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up. Shay, do you have any parting words?
Yeah, thank you all for the feedback, for the comments. I have a few notes. Of course, we'll make those changes. And I also want to say that I like the fact that a lot of people are learning from each other and willing to help others. One of the things that we encourage in our program is you won't always have access to a mentor or a tutor or whatever, but having somebody around you, like a friend who can help you answer questions, who you can help, it's also a very good idea. So I'm happy to see that a lot of people are already doing that, and hopefully it will keep improving. So thank you all.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's great. So thanks everybody. And next week we are going to have another speaker, and I'll post some more information about that. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and have a great week. And we'll see you on Slack and on YouTube. Okay.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Okay, close the stream. All right.